Can you tell us how you became interested in the building of this nuclear plant for this film, Return of the Atom? What inspired you to actually make this film?
Actually, one of the reasons was to show how it is to live next to a nuclear power plant. Because there was this kind of a discussion when they were arguing for this, why we need to build a new nuclear power plant. There was a lot of discussion that the need for energy is growing. So in a naive way, it was like whether you are want to be using your laptops and your electronic devices, and looking at that from a distance, it was very easy to say that of course we need more energy. Mm-hmm. But what was it like to be living next to this power plant? That was one of the starting points.
Yeah, and I think one of the intriguing things for us was also that this was really the first nuclear project started in the Western countries after Chernobyl disaster. Mm-hmm. So definitely very defining moment in that sense. And we come from Finland, and for Finnish industrial history, this is the biggest ever investment. Right. So there's many rational reasons that historically it's interesting, to say the least, the whole project.
You took many years to film this project, of course. But what was the challenging part of picking up the camera again and then shooting and then stopping throughout the many years? What was the challenging part of that?
Yeah, of course there was a lot of challenge, I think, in keeping up the pace and rhythm of working, because it's a 4-hour drive from Helsinki, where we come from. Oh, wow. and going there just for research, to meet people and spend time there, and then for the actual shooting. And when it's spreading over several years, you need to kind of readjust your feelings and moods all over again. I think that was really a challenge. But on the other hand, this time span created a lot of great things for us. A lot of things, unexpected things happened with the construction itself, and we kind of tried to follow the real life drama, especially the delays and problems that they had at the construction site. So the time element in this project, if you think of documentary filmmaking, I think the presence of time is very strong. Yeah.
Right. There's a gentleman in the film who says that nuclear energy is environmentally friendly. What is your stance on that, if you do have a stance? What is your position on that?
Well, in the film we wanted to keep it open and give many voices and many opinions on environmental issues, and leave it up to the viewer what to really think about these very complex issues. But for sure there is a good arguments for nuclear power, especially in terms of the carbon dioxide aspect of the whole production, and keeping it very minimal. But in general, I think my take, at least towards nuclear power, has turned more to the more against nuclear power during this filmmaking.
But of course, this climate situation that was going on, of course, that was the reasoning for this nuclear renaissance. Mm-hmm. They saw the chance that now they can, start building again nuclear power plants.
So how does it feel to be here at TIFF, and what does it feel like to have your film on this type of platform?
Feels great, and we've been so long time spending with this film, and now it's finally it's premiering. There has been no public screenings in Finland yet for this film, so tonight we are having this first screening with the audience, and it will be extremely exciting, and we are very honored to be invited here, of course.
Now, is there a message that you wanted to relay to your viewers once they watch the film?
I think people are trying to make a film that every viewer can make their own points. We are just showing what we have seen, just portraying this culture, this small town that is in a kind of a focal point of nuclear renaissance.
And I think we wanted to show the complexity of it all, the energy production and also the use of power in terms of decision making.
Well, thank you so much for your time, gentlemen, and good luck with your film.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.